Good morning. Peace and blessings. Happy Thursday. Thursday is the day governed by Jupiter, and Jupiter is currently at the 27th degree of Aquarius. Jupiter has been in Aquarius since the beginning of the year, and it is going to go into Pisces and then retrograde and come back into Aquarius. Jupiter in Aquarius, Jupiter anywhere is really a good energy. It's about expansion, it's about blessings, it's about faith, and it requires that we use our faith faculty. It requires that we use the function within us as human beings that is the practice of faith. Now, that's an interesting thing because when I was a Christian, faith was like, the evidence of things unseen. And many of us, like, I know for me as a Black person, faith and that practice of faith is very necessary for me. It's not always practical though, right? Because the practical world, the 3D reality says you have to do this to get this. You have to be this way to get this thing. Like, we have all these man-made laws that are in the 3D reality that don't require faith. They require us being controlling of ourselves and suppressing aspects of ourselves. But faith is not that at all. Faith is this activity of building a reality inside of you that you desire to see on the outside of you, and then holding that reality, no matter what's going on in the 3D, in this reality where you're being told how to function and what to think and how to believe and fed all of these things that keep you emotionally tangled and angry. It's looking beyond this and then still seeing what it is that you are holding. That is faith. And that is so necessary right now, because one of the things that I've been saying a lot here is that our current 3D reality, our American system is breaking down. We know it's breaking down. We see it breaking down. And it's running out of energy. Now, systems run out of energy. That is normal. But the mindset that created this American system can no longer flourish. The mindset of getting and hoarding and killing and controlling, that mindset is over with, because Pluto is currently in Capricorn, and Pluto is death, and Capricorn is structures and systems, so our systems are dying. I encourage you to take the Pluto retrograde course, Getting Your Personal Authority, that I'm offering. It starts on the 27th, because that class is going to help us look at all the ways we have bought into this system and challenge ourselves. So for instance, for me, Pluto is our sexuality, it's our transformation. So here are these things, like, we've been told you should be married by this age, you should have this much money, you should buy a house, you should function, all this is this is like a big amusement park is what America is. And the amusement park is moving into disrepair. It's as simple as that. So we need to begin to build a new reality from within us. But we have to first see what are the belief systems that we buried ourselves into that no longer serve us, that we can now begin to release. So we have this opportunity with Pluto retrograde and Capricorn to let go of ways of being that no longer serve us, but we have to have a safe space in order to look at those belief systems and see if we align with them or not. And so I'm going to be teaching you how to do that. I'm going to be teaching you which herbs to use. I'm going to be giving you the everything you need to create the reality that will allow you to cultivate the safety to challenge yourself, challenge your thoughts, challenge your ways of being, challenge your belief systems, challenge your choices, challenge, how you come to your sexuality, because Pluto ultimately is at the core, it's like our core creative self, which is our sexuality. So challenge your spirituality. This class will give you the opportunity to do that, and the rituals that will help you do it. So I encourage you to register for that class. It's $66. And then if you need more, we'll do readings and things like that, and you can decide. But what I was, to my point, is that Jupiter in Aquarius is asking us to have faith, to have faith. And the faith is, for me, it's like the faith to step away from this system that is corrupt, and to do so knowing, it's like stepping out into the abyss when you don't know what else is there. It's like we really do have to build it. But what that requires is doing the inner work to cultivate this inner world, this connection to source, this connection to your higher self, which will direct you into a new way of being. When I was growing up, the things that I do now, I had no idea existed. I use crystals. Look at this beautiful crystal. This is called the Golden Healer. So beautiful. I use crystals. I use astrology. I use all of these unseen energetic tools that help me, because the unseen reality is what we need to tap into, to anchor ourselves to, as we build a new reality. We have to go inside of ourselves and find and source our higher selves, which is our connection to the divine, because we see our system is coming undone. So you cannot trust anything any longer here. We just had an election, and the election, everybody's so happy. Trump is gone. Okay, Trump is gone. But now we have Joe Biden, and are his policies any better? Are things working out any better? And it's just because the system no longer can work. It doesn't matter who's in office. The system is broken. The system is done. So we have to get out of the cycle. It's a cycle that we're trapped in, and especially as African Americans, because really we built the system. So the system is tied to our energy. It's like a mother who has a baby, that you built that baby. So that baby is energetically plugged into you. So we have to do the work to unplug ourselves. I hope I'm making sense. And so it requires not participating, and stopping not participating is a process, because we are deeply indoctrinated here. So this Jupiter in Aquarius is asking us to come back to to clean everything out. It's almost like if you had a house and you took down all the walls, you took the house all the way down except to the very structure, and then you built up all around it again. That's what we're doing with our own lives, our own consciousnesses. This is how we can teach ourselves to be in the world and not of it. And it's possible. And if you are willing to have faith, faith, practice faith, you will have the best time of your life. That's what I'm experiencing. And I will admit that it is challenging. I am often working with my terror and having to do things that are courageous to overcome my fears. But it's all about energy. It's all about moving the energy. It's not really about the external experience. So, like leaving your job, like it was really hard for me to leave my job. But when I did, the universe met me, and I started doing practices that helped me really open up my consciousness around money and abundance, which were root chakra work, working on feeling safe and secure. I didn't go out and get another job. I just literally started doing the work around my root chakra, and more money started coming in. Because this is how this system works. We've been programmed to condition that you have to work to make money. You have to behave this way to get love. You have to look this way to feel beautiful. All those are made up constructs that are outdated now. And we get to come into our own relationship with source. And you have a specific medicine that is for you. You have a specific beauty that is you. Everything is unique here. And when we can tap into our uniqueness, then our powers begin to grow, and our intuition and our ability to magnetize what is really for us, and we will find ourselves being really safe. So the moon today, when I just checked, was at the 1st degree of Virgo. The moon in Virgo is about integrating. So it's now time for us to start doing some integration that has been going on since we had the sun in Aries. So literally it's like being more courageous, like standing in your knowing, making choices, I had some really tough conversations over the last couple of weeks, and my tendency is to collapse and feel like I've done something wrong. But what I know is that I've not done anything wrong. My truth is my truth. Now, can I stand in the truth of who I am, no matter who's pleased or not pleased? Can I trust Spirit? And I had these hard conversations because Spirit was telling me to have them. Speak what your ancestors want you to say. Do the thing. And I hadn't been wanting to do it because I have this thing like I'm going to hurt somebody's feelings. But the truth of the matter is that I had to do it, and now I feel more myself. I feel freer. So this energy with Jupiter in Aquarius is saying it's important to have faith in who you are at your core, to let go of all of this old stuff and to get to your blueprint. And the way to get to your blueprint is through your relationship to your higher self. And then with Virgo, the moon in Virgo, for 2.5 days before it goes into Libra and then into Scorpio where we're having a full moon, Virgo is saying integrate, like really come into a deeper sense of self-acceptance, especially of your feminine power, right? It's really understanding how your feminine power works. So I know that my feminine power, part of it is that I am a transmuter. I transmute energy. I can take something that is painful and destructive and make it into something that is beautiful because I have the sun and Pluto and Jupiter conjunct one another in the 6th house. So I am an integrator, I'm a transmuter, and I know that that is my gift. So I literally am today and the next couple of days just making peace with that, just allowing myself to know who I am. I share all these things so transparently. I've been for a long time, even though you guys might feel like I feel confident about it, I have felt like, oh, people are going to think I'm crazy. This doesn't make sense. And I'm seeing that that's not true at all. People get it. It makes sense. And so I'm just, and with Virgos just says, be in a deeper sense of acceptance of what is, like not criticizing what is, because when you can see what is, then you can actually perfect it more. So with that, you all, I am the Moon Mama. I encourage you all to keep your spirits high. This system, there's going to be more murders. There's going to be more of that stuff. This is not getting better. It's not. Just begin to do the work to exit. If you're interested in taking the Pluto retrograde class, you can sign up in my link tree. Also, the Rebirthing the Authentic Self course. All of my courses are geared towards your internal reality because it is in the inside that we build the outside. And then when it's time, we give birth to it. Okay, peace and blessings, beautiful. I love you all so very much. Look at my beautiful crystal. It's so beautiful. Oh, I love it. Peace and blessings. Bye-bye.